Today, I'll talk about the most exciting news in cataract and lens implant surgery, accommodative lenses. Don't worry, I'll explain exactly what it means shortly, but who is it for? It's for anyone who has a cataract or anyone who considers lens replacement surgery for vision correction. If you were wondering whether you should have your cataract surgery now or wait for this much anticipated technology, this video is for you. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have a very realistic outlook of this technology and can decide if waiting is justified for you. Accommodating lenses enable the sharpest possible vision without glasses at any distance, whether you're viewing distant objects, working on a computer, or reading. These lenses replicate the natural focusing mechanism of the eye when it's young. Unlike multifocal lenses that split the light between near and distance, accommodating lenses use 100% of the light coming from any object you look at. So the image is sharper, has a better contrast, and has none of the dreaded glares or halos. But should you wait for accommodating lenses if you need surgery now? And what benefits, risks, and hidden challenges should you know about if you decide to wait? Hi, I'm Dr. Cohen, a board-certified cataract and premium lens surgeon. After 25 years and tens of thousands of eye surgeries, I'll take you inside the promise and the reality of this next big leap in vision correction and cataract surgery. I will keep it as practical as possible. So, how does your eye's natural lens work? Your natural lens is a clear, flexible structure inside the eye. In our youth, the muscles surrounding the lens are able to alter its shape, allowing us to shift our focus between distant and near objects. As we age, our natural lens stiffens, making it difficult to focus as it once did. This process, known as presbyopia, typically begins after the age of 40 and makes clear up-close vision challenging without reading glasses. Later in life, the lens can also lose its clarity, becoming cloudy, a condition called cataract. During cataract surgery, the surgeon replaces this lens with an artificial implant called an intraocular lens. This lens stays in place permanently and restores clear vision. But unlike our natural young lens, which is flexible and can actively change its shape in order to focus, this artificial lens cannot move inside the eye and sits in a fixed position. There are different types of intraocular lenses. Monofocal lenses have been available for more than 50 years and can provide good vision if you don't mind wearing reading glasses. Multifocal lenses have become available in the last 15 years and have revolutionized the outcome for patients who want to be free of glasses, both for reading and for far vision. But they're not perfect. Why? Because they split the light between distance, intermediate, and near. Some patients can experience glare and halos, and the quality of the vision is not as good as it could be if we used 100% of the light coming from any given object. For people with the most strict expectations from their vision, the promise of accommodating lenses can offer the best possible alternative. But how close are we to this reality, and which type of accommodating lenses are the best? In order to answer that, you need to understand how they work. These lenses sit in our natural lens capsule. What is the capsule? The capsule is simply a thin, clear bag that holds our natural lens. This capsule is attached with tiny little strings called zonules to a muscle inside the eye known as the ciliary muscle. During cataract surgery, the surgeon removes the cloudy lens through a circular opening in the front, but leaves this bag otherwise intact to support the new implant. Now that we have some background, we can finally talk about each individual lens, how it functions, and what are its benefits and drawbacks, as well as when we can realistically expect it. Currently, 8 major accommodating lens designs are in development globally. Each design is supported by a different company and uses a distinct approach. I will name each of these designs, detail their unique features, and provide an update on their progress in clinical studies. The number one, Juvin by LensGen. It's a 2-piece design that fills the capsule and has already shown 3-year stability in clinical studies with patients maintaining far, intermediate, and functional near vision while keeping sharp contrast with 100% of the light for any distance. The second one is OmniView by Atia Vision. The FDA just approved the US clinical trials in 2025. Early human results showed excellent accuracy and a smooth range of vision, making it one of the most watched designs on the US path. The next one is Fluid Vision by Alcon. In the multicenter Orion study, patients with this lens gained about 2.2 diopters of true accommodation, a measurable improvement in near vision without splitting light. That is a remarkable achievement. Number 4 is Lumina by Acolens. Lumina is already approved in Europe and is being implanted in select centers. A phase 3 trial reported good distance vision and functional near vision, making it the first accommodating lens patients can actually access today. The fifth one is Opera by Foresight Vision. In early 2-year results, patients with an Opera lens in one eye and a standard monofocal in the other reported better near and intermediate vision in the Opera eye while keeping good distance vision. Number 6 is Jelly CIOL. In a small early human trials, patients gained up to 7 diopters of accommodative change at 1 year. This is an absolutely remarkable outcome when you take into account that we only need 2.5 diopters of accommodation to read perfectly. Also, the developers believe that the capsular fibrosis, which usually hurts accommodation, may actually enhance performance here. Number 7, Acumetics accommodative lens. A first in humans study began in 2025 in Mexico City. This lens is a solid silicone design without fluids or electronics, aiming for simplicity and durability. Number 8 is a Lensa Sapphire autofocal lens. This design uses a liquid crystal element powered by a rechargeable micro battery to change focus electronically. Development slowed, but it remains one of the most futuristic ideas. So, which one of these lenses will arrive first, and which one looks most promising long term? The lens most likely to reach patients soonest is the Lumina from Acolens because it already has a CE mark approval and is in limited use in Europe today. And the most promising, based on clinical results so far, the Juvin and the OmniView stand out. They preserve superb clarity while adding a continuous range of focus, and both are advancing through US clinical trials, making them strong contenders for broad use in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, what are some of the challenges with these lenses? The first and even second generation of a new lens technology are usually not perfect. They require significant modifications. Early multifocal lenses, for example, had issues with glare and halos, which later versions largely corrected. Expect a similar progression here. Early accommodative lenses will predictively encounter 4 main issues. Number 1 is the power prediction. Our lens formulas today assume a lens sits still. A moving shape-shifting lens makes the calculations significantly more challenging. It will take time to develop new formulas that match these lenses. The second thing is the capsule behavior. The capsule that the lens sits in can shrink with time. That can reduce motion or tilt a lens. Older accommodative designs like the crystal lens taught us about the Z syndrome, a tilt from uneven fibrosis. Modern designs try to control bag behavior or work around it, but capsule biology still matters. The third issue is the sizing and centration of the capsule rexes. These lenses demand a perfectly sized and centered opening. Too tight or off-center can blunt the effect. This increases the surgical challenge and steepens the learning curve for the surgeon. The fourth issue is the workflow and cost. Potential challenges include more extensive cuts requiring 2 separate appointments, the acquisition of new tools, and additional team training. Initially, new devices will incur significantly higher costs, and more frequent checkups will be necessary during the transition period. So, should you wait for this technology? If your cataract is mild and your vision is comfortable, waiting is fine. However, if night driving, work, or safety are already limited, it's time to consider the excellent options available today. Multifocals are an excellent choice. They have stood the test of time, and many people are already enjoying their vision with them. Today's options already provide excellent outcomes when matched to the right eye and performed correctly. So here's my promise to you. I'll keep tracking the data. If the first wave needs fixes, as it almost always does, second generation designs will come fast, just as they did with the multifocal lenses. When a lens proves that it can deliver clear distance, comfortable near vision, stable power, and low night symptoms in regular patients, not just in trials, I'll say so here. And I'll tell you who it's for. Finally, if you'd like to know which lens is right for your eyes, I invite you to come see me in my office or schedule a virtual consultation if that's easier. For patients traveling from out of state, we've designed a special program so everything can be done in a single streamlined visit. That means your testing, consultation, and surgical planning are completed the same day, so you won't need to make multiple trips. See link in the description.